Welcome to the moment we've all been waiting for the monthly marble race final. Today, someone walks away with that glorious $150 Canadian grand prize. 64 racers from our four fantastic teams have entered. Team Karma Jolt, Team Wipe, Team Hojo Jojo, and the Side Order. They have all fought and fallen until only 4 remain. 5 races, 5 points for first, 3 for second, 2 for third, 1 for fourth, and nothing for failing to finish, and 1 single winner will stand. It all comes down to this: who wins the prize and who goes home and cries. Let's find out while sending it over to the producers of the races who put the marbles through their paces, Cliff Racker and Odinson.
Here we are, folks, the moment we've all been waiting for. The final day of the only day of the finals. Today, someone's going home with $150. I am Cliff Racker.
I am Odinson. Welcome aboard to the Marble Race Final. Today, our last 4 contestants have made it all this way, and one of them is going to go home with the $150 Canadian grand prize. Good luck to all our racers.
Good luck to them indeed. And I'd just like to take a quick moment to mention to everybody, if you would like to feel thirsty, or if you are feeling thirsty throughout this series, definitely go and check out swift.gg. Use our promo code SIDEORDER25 and get 25% off.
And that's site-wide, that 25% off. That works on our stuff or anyone else's, so go check it out. Get yourself some good drinks. I'm pretty excited about the races, and I'd also like to take a moment to just thank our teams for participating.
That is correct. Thank you all for joining us. And here we are for one quick moment.
It's a big congratulations to our racers, and here they are.
We've got Biscuit for Team Wipe, Asim for us at the Side Order, Mr. Smith is holding it down for Team Hojo Dojo, and Karma Jolt is representing himself on Team Karma Jolt.
That is right, and we are off already on the first race. Here we go. Karma Jolt taking an early lead.
Wow, smashing through this at almost a lightning pace. Mr. Smith, though, happened to jump down through while we didn't happen to see it.
He did indeed miss that, but Mr. Smith getting the lead, and Asim taking it away from him, but Karma Jolt taking it back. Wow, a lot of back and forth already.
They're trading as Biscuit sneaks in through there and manages to put himself in first right off the bat, but with still early in the race, so anyone can take it, as Asim got the shorter cut and Biscuit did not.
Well, that's a little bit unfortunate, but it didn't really seem to matter too much to Karma Jolt, who has gone off to take a lead. He's the first one into his own staircase.
Followed quickly behind by Biscuit, Mr. Smith, and Asim. They all happen to be landing on the same stair. Karma Jolt is in a jumping lead of his own. But it all can change with the change of the shell. The red shell changes your fate quite quickly.
Well, everybody got a little bit, had a little bit of difficulty getting onto the ladder there, and that led Mr. Smith to being able to take the lead. He got through the red shell and got the highest rung on the ladder. Here he is, getting through the beehive.
Wow, just lightning pace.
He is definitely tearing up the track. He wants that grand prize, and to bring the glory home to, oh no, look at that. Asim saying, nuh-uh, I want that prize, and I am going to take it. And it looks as though Mr. Smith may have stalled out.
That does look like it just happened there. Asim now flies through the garden and onto the corn maze. That is correct. It looks like Mr. Smith has stalled out. Asim's now flying into the Side Order hallway.
Came through the hallway with some pretty good speed. Karma Jolt barely moving there, being passed by Biscuit. Hopefully he can get a little bit of a move on. He looks like he's having some sort of problem there.
Yes, hopefully he can get his stuff going and get moving. Biscuit's now up onto the ladder. Asim is the first one into the water bowl.
Biscuit looking like he was having a little bit of trouble coming through the gears and the rocks there. Asim, though, going round and round and round, but not down.
Needs to get down before one of the other racers, there we go, appear on the track and ends up changing course. Asim is not wasting any time though.
Though he did take a bad bounce there at the bottom of the short track, that can happen. That's the small disadvantage in taking the shorter garden path.
Now into the mushroom wall, bouncing around, it looks like he's quite caught up in there. Slowed down a little bit, still bouncing as Biscuit comes flying in. Asim though, navigates the mushrooms.
Navigates his way out of the mushrooms, takes a bad bounce coming through the warp there. Hopefully he can straighten that out. There he goes, coming through the smoke.
And boom! 5 points like that for Asim. There happened to be some confusion down there as Karmajolt takes advantage of that and gets himself 3 points. Looks like Biscuit has stalled out, unfortunately, in the whole confusion down there in the mushrooms.
It does look as though Biscuit and Mr. Smith failed to finish on that one. Too bad for them. But there still are 4 more rounds of racing here in the finals, so there's plenty of opportunity to come back from that. And with how treacherous this course is, it's still anyone's game.
It really is. As you've seen there, the points are tallied up, but we're having no time to settle for that. Let's move on to the second heat, as they are off at lightning pace again.
Ooh, Biscuit taking a couple of bad bounces there, letting Mr. Smith get off to an early lead.
Mr. Smith, though, is doing the roundabout, and Karmajolt takes off down through and into the pillars.
Seems like the passes are really hard to catch there, because that's the second race in a row where he failed to see somebody passing someone else on that section. I think it's just because everything's moving so fast that you don't really have time to notice.
As those 3 are all in close distance to each other, Karmajolt takes his own little nifty shortcut. Does it pay off though?
Doesn't look as though it is paying off. He appears to have either stalled or slowed down so much that I'm not sure he's going to be able to get moving again on this heat.
Asim is the first into the line. Biscuit jumps in. Nice jump for Biscuit, and Mr. Smith is also humbly in there as well. Karmajolt looks like though is stalled out and not good for his chances.
No, that is definitely not good. You don't want to do that. However, he has done well in the last round, so we'll see how he does overall. But you definitely are not looking to stall out in any round if you can help it.
That's it. Consistency is the key, even in one of these treacherously hard tracks. Mr. Smith looks like he's struggling to get down past the shell, and Asim spends some time in the bucket.
Asim gets knocked off the track and into the bucket, and that'll end this heat for him. So now it looks as though it's up to either Biscuit or Mr. Smith to take it home, and so far Biscuit is leading this heat with a fairly wide margin, it appears.
There's Biscuit passing into the corn maze up to the side order backrooms hallway.
Well, he's putting up a really good pace. None of the other marbles appear to even be in the same league or vicinity as him.
Making a little bit of redemption, I'd say, from the last run.
There's Mr. Smith. He's trying to catch up. Karmajolt tried that fancy move, but hit at a weird angle and ended up losing it all.
One of the downfalls of trying to be that fancy and using those tricks. It can cost you the race.
Yeah, it can definitely backfire, and it's definitely cost him this heat. There's Biscuit maintaining their lead, coming down the garden path. Took the short path, see if it pays off, and it does.
Very few bounces in between there. We're losing speed. Mr. Smith is not far behind.
No, he's not tremendously far behind.
However, did take the long path. Biscuit is flying through.
No, it looks like Biscuit's going to get themselves 5 points here, and they do.
Congratulations, Biscuit. Now can Mr. Smith navigate the mushrooms and get 3 points, or is it another goose egg?
Well, I'm sure he's hoping to get the 3 points. All he has to do at this point is finish. The other 2 racers are eliminated. So if Mr. Smith can just hold it together enough to finish the race, he'll get himself a nice 3 points, and that will certainly help.
As it seems to be a little bit of struggle.
Well, Mr. Smith not having an easy time of it, but making it through and getting themselves that 3 points.
There you are, and now they're on the board as well.
Well, congratulations to them. That was a pretty intense heat. The races keep heating up as we go, and we'll see how they continue on from here.
As there you see, right there, Biscuit with 5, Mr. Smith with 3, Asim also has 5, and Karmajolt has 3. So it is literally anyone's chance with still 3 races to go.
With 3 races to go, it's still anyone's game. We're pretty much neck and neck here. And here we are on the 3rd heat, and they are off.
Off at a lightning pace again. This time it looks like Biscuit is holding up in the lead, or in the first place position.
Well, certainly for now he is.
Nice move.
That was a nice move. However, I thought Asim might have gotten by him there.
So Biscuit is definitely holding up in first. It looks like Mr. Smith is going for another redemption run here, getting at least some sort of point. Oh, nice jump.
Wow, Mr. Smith making a fancy jump, but it costing him all of his momentum and allowing Asim to get a pretty significant lead there. Ooh, he's having a little bit of a hard time with this one, though.
Struggling to get through as Biscuit and Mr. Smith continue their fight for first place.
I don't think we've ever actually seen somebody get hung up on that like that. Hopefully he gets through. And he has, but not before Karmajolt got by him and moved into 3rd place.
Things are looking kind of dangerous as Karmajolt is a veteran of the races and has been around since we started the whole thing.
He has, and he's done a number of very impressive things out there on the track, but has yet to win a monthly race, despite how impressive he has been in past races.
That is true. But Biscuit doesn't care for that, as Biscuit is now moved into first place.
Yep, Biscuit has no care who's won and who hasn't. They want that prize, they want that win, and they are trying to take it.
As it seems like right now they are in kind of a league of their own. Asim tries to remind them that there are other racers out there.
And there's Karmajolt not too far behind, but Biscuit with a pretty significant lead. If they can make it onto the ladder and through the shell smoothly, they should be able to maintain that.
I do wonder though, where is Mr. Smith?
Oh, it looks as though Mr. Smith isn't moving. I believe he may be stalled out.
Well, there's Biscuit, first one down into the red shell zone. Looks like he was almost going to stall out there. Ooh, making an early jump at it. I think it was too soon.
Yeah, it didn't have a good angle there. You can't approach a side slowly like that. It will kick you out every time.
As it does look like Asim has moved down.
I do believe he has, and he has. He's all the way in the beehive already. So it looks like he's being stung a little, gets through just as I say that.
It pulls it off right in time, and I didn't think the cameraman caught that one. Sneaky move on Asim's behalf.
That was indeed a sneaky move. Nobody actually noticed him get through. You'd think with a ball the color of lava we'd notice him, but no, we didn't see it.
As Biscuit is not giving up though, and trailing in second place right behind, weaving through the fans. Asim takes the more direct route.
Takes a more direct route, but has a lot of trouble with it, both getting into it and in the late going there.
Karmajolt showing how you do that tube tunnel to Biscuit.
Asim better get a move on. Karmajolt looks like they're coming on strong. They want that lead.
Squeezes through, Asim does. Past the great gears. Karma is not far behind though. Look at that gain that he's managed to get. There is literally just a corn maze separating the two, or the race Asim from the other racers.
Yeah, they are coming at him pretty hard, and oh, he made it through those gears very, very neatly though.
Very smooth.
We'll see how he does on the big glass bowl here up at the top.
As it looks like now Karma is also on the ladder going up into the bowl.
And Biscuit looks like they're not far behind either.
They definitely do not look like they are that far behind.
Asim having a little trouble getting down the hole. Karmajolt taking a weird line. Doesn't look to be paying off for him though.
Asim's now even took the shorter path, at the shorter garden path, making himself good time.
and negotiated it in the faster fashion, allowing them to save a couple more seconds by taking the faster path. That was just some good racing by Asim.
Bouncing around, getting through the mushroom forest.
Well, trying to get through, but it looks like he is going to clear it.
A little weird angle there, but that might have actually paid off as he's one of the very few racers to hit that ramp straight on.
Well, looks like Asim's going to take that one, and he does. There's 5 more points for Asim.
Oh, there's a stall for Karma, giving Biscuit Gaming a chance for 3 points.
Well, Biscuit better hope he doesn't hit Karma coming through here. And he doesn't, so that looks like that might be bad news for Karma Jolt.
Biscuit's struggling. But it looks like that is 3 for Biscuit Gaming.
And there it is, Biscuit getting a sweet, sweet 3 points. Karma Jolt and Mr. Smith failing to finish, and Asim taking 5, and the overall lead, I do believe.
That is correct. So there you see the points right there, with Biscuit having 3, Asim having 5. The other 2 got 0.
Thank you so much for watching the races. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for being here and for taking a part in the races themselves. I am Hojo, by the way, and I don't know about you, but one of my favorite memories from childhood in the 80s and the 90s was listening to old school radio driving down the road with my parents on our long road trips. We would take them from time to time, and then, eventually we got satellite radio, but satellite radio really is not that affordable anymore, and that's why I offer you at my YouTube channel, completely free of charge, classic radio for all. That's right, I've got comedy classics like McGee and Molly or Jack Benny, and I have crime classics like Dragnet and Gangbusters and many, many, many more. And I can guarantee you're going to find something that you never even knew existed. So if you like old school radio, please come and check me out at YouTube. Type in Hojo Dojo or Retro Radio. I promise I'll be there somewhere. And now back to the races.
All right, thank you very much, Hojo. And yes, back to the races as they are off for Heat 4.
Back to the races with no time to waste, and wasting no time is Mr. Smith, who's off to an early lead.
Jumping in and moving at quite a nice speed, moving through the portals. No one managed to sneak ahead there.
No one did manage to get ahead there, and that is unusual. However, there goes Biscuit, proving me wrong right almost as I say it, and getting that early lead back.
Ooh, quite some jumping going on there. I don't know if that was a good move.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Mr. Smith there. I hope he comes out of that okay. You can see Karma Jolt coming down now. No sign of Mr. Smith.
As it looks like Asim and Biscuit take the longer route. Karma also takes that longer route. I wonder if he's going to try and make that jump again.
Oh, Asim really moving, gives Biscuit a little bump there, which as we know is something you don't really want to do. We say it every time, you do not want to hit another marble.
Wow though, Asim not giving any space and clearing most of those stairs to catch up.
Wow, Asim coming in really, really strong and not allowing any sort of lead. Mr. Smith appears to have hit some sort of wall and stalled out. That is unfortunate. Hate to see it.
That is 3 zeros for this run. Not looking good. However, this track hasn't been favorable to any of the racers, so...
No, this track has not been really good for anyone, and that is how it rolls. This is a brutal track, and it was made to be that way, and it is proving to be so.
A lot of bees in the
a lot of bees in the thing there. I got confused with all the bees.
As Biscuit turns around and takes over in first. I don't know why I want to keep saying gaming. I think that's something to do in your name.
I'm not sure why either, but there, whoa, Karma Jolt gives him a little shove. Asim takes the short route though, and the lead with that savvy little move.
So nice move on Asim's part. Biscuit is quickly behind, followed by Karma Jolt.
Well, everybody wants that victory, everybody wants that prize, and right now it's still more or less anybody's game, so All the marbles are trying very hard to win, except of course Mr. Smith, who unfortunately, yeah, he landed on the ledge. I don't even think we've seen that this series.
Yet again, Team Hojo Dojo pulling off some magical moments. As, speaking of magical moments, Asum decides he doesn't want to play anymore.
Asum going off the ladder. Oh, that is too bad. He had a pretty good lead going there. That allows Biscuit to move into first place.
Biscuit's really wanting that first place, as do all the racers, but right now it's given up a big chance with Karma Jolt just on his heels.
Well, Karma Jolt is not far behind at all, but Biscuit is moving through there quite quickly. Took the long route. That could affect them. Oh no, they took the short route. My bad, sorry.
They took the short route and they are heading towards the mud pit.
Coming through the mud pit at a pretty good rate there. We'll see how they negotiate the mushroom forest, because that... Oh no!
Oh, that was not good. That looks like a stall out. We're hoping here, at least Biscuit is, that Karma gives him a nudge.
I'm sure Biscuit's hoping a lot that Karma Jolt hits him and has trouble through the forest.
Looks like 2 attempts and got him moving again.
It does indeed look like he hit Biscuit, got him moving again, but took the lead in the process.
And there you go, Karma Jolt. You get yourself a sweet 5 points as Biscuit Gaming is caught doing a spin out.
Wow, Biscuit stalls out anyway, but Karma Jolt gets themselves a sweet 5 points, and they're the only person to score. They might have just put this out of reach for almost anyone.
As you see right there, there are the points, and yeah, it does look that way.
Well, they have a 2-point lead over their next closest competitors, so we'll see how this shapes up here in the final round.
Asum sitting at 10.
Okay, so it's a tie at 10 apiece.
Karma has 3 and a 5.
He does indeed, yes. Okay, sorry, looking at the sheet in front of me, I see now, so okay.
So it's still anyone's game, except for, unfortunately, Mr. Smith. However, Mr. Smith can affect Asum's chances.
He can, he definitely can. No racer's really out of it in a series like this. Now, Karma Jolt can take the whole thing if he can win this race.
Same thing with Biscuit. Biscuit's sitting with a 5 and a 3 as well.
So Biscuit and Karma Jolt can win with a victory, and if Biscuit comes in second in that said victory, we're going to have ourselves another playoff. How exciting! I've never seen 2 playoffs in 1 month before.
A double playoff feature would be something exciting to see, as Karma Jolt is taking over in first, taking the long route. Actually, everyone takes the long route.
Nobody gets an advantage there, as everyone goes the long way around.
Mr. Smith tries to jump over, unfortunately doesn't work out. Same thing with the Asum. It also doesn't work out, and they end up getting set back into the spinner.
Doesn't work for anybody, however, Karma Jolt comes through there about as nice as you'd like and onto the stairs.
Thank you, cameraman, for backing up. You can't see into the void, there's no point in trying. As Karma Jolt does have quite an advantage here.
Looks like Biscuit, Asum, and Mr. Smith are all on the same stair, but it seems kind of almost pointless as Karma Jolt is already into the bowl with the red shell.
And wow,
it makes it through it about as smooth and neat as you would like. Karma Jolt saying, I want that prize, I want that title, and is he ever going for it?
Just pushing at the speed of light here. Literally, look at the other racers way in the back there.
Wow, nobody else is even coming close. Looks like Karma Jolt, as long as he can hold it together, and that has been difficult on this course. But it looks like at this point, if he can hold it together, he might just run away with this. Still plenty of track left though, so let's not speak too soon.
As Mr. Smith is not giving up, definitely wanting to get at least a point for Team Hojo Dojo. But Karma Jolt is moving quite fast ahead as he's moving through the side order tunnel.
Mr. Smith wants that second place. He wants to be the spoiler. He can take second. he actually eliminates Biscuit from being able to win.
Oh, that's a good point. As there you see well, it looks like Biscuit's just decided to go and fight the Biscuit there.
Wow, lucky we caught that just out of the corner of our eye there, just as we were watching Karma Jolt go up the ladder. Good timing.
And it looks like Asim's also bailed out. Well, it is now down between actually, it is just handed over to Karma Jolt, pretty much.
Pretty much, unless he pulls a DNF here, looks like he's going to walk away with it this month. However, now he did take the long route there, and that is going to cost him a little bit of time. But even if he doesn't win this race, all he really has to do here is finish. The least he can score is 3 points, and that is enough to win the day.
So there you have it, folks. He's moving through.
However, it does look like he is going to say, no, I want the whole victory and win the whole race anyway.
Oh, he was hung up there for a second. Slow, moving very slow. But he gets the line, and there you have it, folks. You're about to witness it. Congratulations, Karma Jolt. That is a sweet 5 points. Hojo Dojo does end up pulling off with another 3 for them with Mr. Smith. But there it is. Karma Jolt is this month's Marble Champion.
Congratulations, Karma Jolt. You have won the whole thing. One of the oldest participants in the race has now finally brought the championship home. Him and Jackie J can celebrate together, champions together. Congratulations, Karma Jolt. And I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our teams for sponsoring a team and participating. Thank you to Team Wipe, to Hojo Dojo, and of course to Karma Jolt, this month's winner. We couldn't have done it without you. And if you're not familiar with any of those creators, you need to go check them out because you're missing out.
That is 100% true. Every one of those racers is a creator themselves. If not, they're represented by a big creator, so check them out. I'd also like to give a quick mention to all the team points. So currently at the top, it is us at the side order with 24 points. Then it is followed up quickly behind by Team Hojo Dojo with 21 points. Then Karma Jolt with 16 points. Team Wipe with 11 points. The Boogie Bombs are holding in with 10 points. And Team Ash's Antics is bringing up the rear with 9 points. So if you would like a team for next month, definitely get in contact with us.
That's right. If you're a creator and you would like to sponsor a team, we are more than happy to allow that. We allow sponsorships for whole teams or half a team. You just need to get in contact with us here at the Side Order, either at our official Discord or over at our email, thesideorder@hotmail.com.
But with all that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been Glyph Fracker.
I have been Odinson. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to check out our Discord. Link to that is in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out our merch shop if you'd like to get yourself a little side order something. Link to that is also in the description below.
And with all that being said, you guys know the deal, which is take it easy.
Have a good one, all.